What if I told you that the key to inner peace, stronger relationships, and a better life is hidden in one simple truth? A powerful lesson from a wise king, a troubled man, and an ancient philosophy could change the way you see emotions forever. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn will transform the way you react to life's challenges. Once upon a time, a man, struggling with anger and frustration, sought guidance from Gautam Buddha on how to control his emotions. Hoping for a way to manage his feelings better, he humbly approached Buddha and expressed his distress. Buddha smiled and gestured for the man to sit. "I will tell you a story," he said. "Happiness never decreases by being shared. Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. Respond, don't react. Respond with reason, not emotion. In the end, only 3 things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you." By embracing these lessons, we can transform our lives. Controlling our emotions is not about denying how we feel, but about choosing how we act upon those feelings. It is about responding wisely rather than reacting impulsively. Through patience, practice, and mindfulness, we can cultivate inner peace and live with greater purpose. So let us all take a step toward mastering our emotions. Let us embrace self-control and mindfulness, allowing these practices to shape our lives for the better. For in the end, our ability to remain calm and composed is what will truly define our strength and wisdom. Once, there was a powerful king who ruled over a prosperous land. One day, he decided to visit a neighboring kingdom, for he had heard that its ruler was known for his great wisdom. Upon his arrival, the neighboring king received him with utmost honor, arranging a grand feast in his name. As the 2 kings sat down to enjoy the lavish meal, the visiting king noticed a fly in his soup. Disgusted, he immediately summoned a servant and demanded another bowl of soup. Observing this, the wise king of the neighboring land spoke gently. "Your Majesty, please do not be upset. It was merely a small fly. Such a trivial thing should not trouble you." The visiting king frowned and replied, "I cannot tolerate such things. Even a small fly can ruin my mood." The wise king smiled knowingly and said, "Your Majesty, it is not the fly that has ruined your mood, but your reaction to it. You hold within you the power to control your emotions. Do not let them control you." The words struck the visiting king deeply. He realized the wisdom behind them and, upon returning to his own kingdom, resolved to change. From that day forward, he began practicing the art of not reacting to situations that previously triggered his anger. As time passed, he found himself more composed, his decisions wiser, and his rule more just. The lesson from this story is simple yet profound. The power of not reacting is a vital skill. Often we allow external events to dictate our emotions without stopping to consider their true impact. Reacting impulsively, especially with anger, can damage our relationships, cloud our judgment, and lead to unnecessary conflicts. However, choosing not to react does not mean suppressing emotions. Emotions are a natural part of the human experience and should be acknowledged. The key is to process them consciously, taking the time to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. In another part of the world, a young man named Michael was facing a similar struggle. He was highly emotional and often reacted impulsively to situations that upset him. His temper led to heated arguments, hurt feelings, and strained relationships. Eventually, Michael realized that his unchecked emotions were causing more harm than good, and he decided to change. Determined to take control, he turned to mindfulness and meditation. These practices helped him become more aware of his thoughts and emotions. Slowly, he began mastering the art of not reacting. Whenever he found himself in a situation that would typically provoke anger, he paused, took deep breaths, and assessed the scenario with a calm mind before responding. At first, the process was difficult. He still experienced anger and frustration, but he learned to step back before acting on those emotions. With time, it became easier, and he noticed a significant change, not just in himself, but in his relationships as well. No longer drawn into unnecessary conflicts, Michael found himself fostering stronger, healthier connections with those around him. One day, a close friend approached him for advice. The friend was going through a difficult time and felt overwhelmed by emotions. Michael listened patiently and offered comforting words. His friend, noticing Michael's calm demeanor, said, "You always know just what to say. You never seem to get angry or upset." Michael smiled and replied, "It's not that I never feel anger or sadness. I do. But I have learned to control my emotions instead of letting them control me. It is a powerful skill that has improved my relationships and brought me inner peace." His friend, intrigued, asked him how he had learned such mastery over his emotions. Michael shared his journey, explaining the power of mindfulness and the benefits of not reacting impulsively. Encouraged, his friend decided to follow the same path. Over time, Michael became known for his wisdom and serenity. People admired his ability to handle difficult situations with ease. He continued practicing mindfulness and self-control, finding that it brought him not just emotional balance but a deeper sense of fulfillment and happiness. The lesson of the King and Michael is one we can all learn from. While we may not have control over everything that happens to us, we always have control over how we respond. Mastering our emotions allows us to navigate life with clarity, make better decisions, and cultivate meaningful relationships. Anger, if left unchecked, can be destructive. It festers when fueled by resentment, but it fades when we choose to release those negative thoughts. The ability to hold back from reacting in the heat of the moment is a mark of true strength. Instead of letting our emotions dictate our actions, we should lead with wisdom and reason. Here are some timeless teachings that reinforce this wisdom. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. One who conquers himself is greater than one who conquers 1,000 men in battle. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. The root of suffering is attachment. Let go, and you will find freedom. Happiness never decreases by being shared. Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. Respond, don't react. Respond with reason, not emotion. In the end, only 3 things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. By embracing these lessons, we can transform our lives. Controlling our emotions is not about denying how we feel, but about choosing how we act upon those feelings. It is about responding wisely rather than reacting impulsively. Through patience, practice, and mindfulness, we can cultivate inner peace and live with greater purpose. So let us all take a step toward mastering our emotions. Let us embrace self-control and mindfulness, allowing these practices to shape our lives for the better. For in the end, our ability to remain calm and composed is what will truly define our strength and wisdom.